right, welcome back. Good morning. Big day. I think it's going to be an interesting day. No, I'm not still holding coin. I sold everything. Make sure to follow my social medias. If you do, you'll be able to see it all. Alrighty. Hold on one second. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good morning. The last day of February, man. Last day of February. February, is it the last day? Hold on. Am I wrong? No, last day of February. Go to social media, you'll see it. Sold everything. Took my profits on coin. Pretty much just closed it up into this PCE today. I want to be able to come into today pretty fresh. Feel like a few things are sort of flipping. That's as well. On top of that, when I start to get a feel like things are sort of changing, I like to not hold too much. Something's going on with the semiconductors. I'm feeling like those are getting a little bit weak. You're seeing just sort of an inability to move higher. So that's something that's concerning me a little bit for the overall market. Also on top of that, Bitcoin went straight up, right? How long do you think Bitcoin can really run for? I'm not going to hope that Bitcoin just keeps going in a straight line. So, Coinbase made a really nice move, and Bitcoin made a sick move from like 50,000 to 63,000. So huge move over there, right? I'm not going to just hope and pray that this just keeps going higher. So I'm going to protect myself. That's why I went ahead and I closed everything yesterday into this PCE. I think that's probably the right thing to do. So that was sort of my reasoning behind that. And yeah, we'll break it down. We'll break it all down today. We'll wait a few minutes for some more to jump in. Celsius, yeah, how was the Celsius earnings? A little bit down? Yeah. Celsius is yeah, I mean, I actually stopped drinking Celsius, not for any particular reason. Actually, I think the reason was because I bought an espresso machine. I bought an espresso machine, and I've just been... Cheers. Coinbase. Yeah, I just been drinking espresso in the morning, so for me, which is sort of interesting. I don't know about you guys, but for me, caffeine is a little bit of a placebo. At least for me personally. Like, I don't need a lot of coffee or caffeine to like feel the I don't know about feel the effect, but it's just like a placebo effect for me. As long as I have some kind of espresso, some kind of caffeine in the morning. It could be like 2 sips. It's like I'm good to go. So I don't know. Like, I don't need like a full Celsius to be ready to go. Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, AI, C3.ai going up on earnings. Not really going to watch that one, but yeah, I see that margin. Do I own any crypto? No. Let me see if I can even sign into my Coinbase account. I'm going to check real quick. Sign in. Okay, I got an email. It remembers my email. Oh, okay. We're coming here. We got the Authenticator app coming. Here it is. We don't recognize this device. I'll just do this while we wait for some people to jump in, and we'll get started, guys. I did not get into coin yesterday. I was in coin for the last few days. And yesterday, I sent an alert that I was out of all swing trades. All right. Hold on one second. I will show you. If you just go to Desi Swings, that's where I to where I update everyone on everything I do. All right, we're about to see my Coinbase account. I think there's maybe a couple cents in here. I don't even know. I'm actually curious myself. That's why I'm sort of wasting your time. All right. Yeah, there it is. $13, baby. $13. Bam. What do I got? I got $13 of Ethereum. Not bad. All right. There you go. At one time, I had a lot more. One time, I had $37,000, and I took it all out for taxes. I took literally everything out for taxes. That's the problem I have with crypto. I just don't trust it. So if I have a bunch of money in it, like I was buying Ethereum down in the like low 2000s, low like high 1800s, made like maybe 10 grand, and then I was just like, take it out. So yeah, that's that. I don't trust it enough. So anyways, let's get started. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Here's where I exited Coinbase yesterday, out of Meta, going to fully lock in coin. That's around, I got out around 240 yesterday. Want to clear up positions overnight. So that's that. All right, let's do it. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's start with the economic calendar, because economic calendar is the main event. Today, you have PCE price index. This is big, right? This is probably the biggest event. I mean, I thought GDP was going to be big, but you saw an absolute shit show of a day yesterday. So, man, yesterday was one of the, I mean, there was a good channel to trade, right? There was definitely a good channel to trade. But I could say, at least, you have to understand what type of trader you are. And so for me, I'm a little bit more of a continuation trader, like break and retest of a big level continuation type move. This is definitely not a terrible thing to trade yesterday, right? If you just trusted the levels and trusted the channel, right? Long, shorts, longs, right? Shorts, longs, maybe today. So it's there and definitely tradable. But when I start to see this, guys, to be honest, and I'll tell you the honest truth, where the hell is my, hold on, let me find my economic calendar. Here we go. I personally just like to go outside. I personally just enjoy my life outside of the stock market. That's just the honest truth. So, a lot of people will say, oh, why didn't you trade the channel, man? You should be trading the channel. You should be sticking around and trading that. For me, this is my answer to that. I don't trade that well in those channels. I know what I'm good at, and I'd rather step out of this damn chair and go outside. So that's for me, right? I like to take advantage of the freedoms that trading can provide, and obviously starting the businesses that I have provide. So I'm not going to sit inside and trade a 5-point channel on the ES all day. So it's possible. It's definitely profitable if you can pay attention to it, but it's pretty tough to be a trader in that action, in my opinion. So yeah, Bovada. I actually tried to go on Bovada for the Super Bowl, and then not the Super Bowl. Why was I on Bovada? Oh, a couple weeks ago, me and my buddy were playing online blackjack. Lost everything. Lost it all. So unemployment, or PCE today, unemployment claims, those are the big two. 8:30 today. We'll see how that does live. We'll be here live for it. The rest of the day, you got sort of personal income, personal spending. You got pending home sales at 10. So you got, pretty peppered with some stuff this morning. You got members speaking later day. Tomorrow, ISM manufacturing and consumer sentiment. So let's keep an eye on this at 8:30. That's really what we're waiting for. Let's just let's move on. All right. Let's go to the earnings today. Did we have anything? Well, obviously we had snow. We'll go over snow. That's clear. We had CRM, Salesforce. We'll go to that as well. Today we had Celsius this morning, Best Buy, nothing I'm really interested in. Soundhound tonight, Dell. I'm just not that interested in it. How did Birkenstock do? I'm actually interested. I know I have a friend that works there. Nothing. Okay, great. All right, so let's jump right into it. Nasdaq futures. So yesterday I had a little post on Twitter, and obviously been keeping up to date with the group. And I just I think you need to be. I think this 20 SMA is the big level here today, right? You can see the Nasdaq is just sort of sliding lower, right back into this 20, back into the 20, and back towards. It's around this 17.8 to 17.8 or 17.780, right? You can see right here. 17,780, 17,780, 780, 780, 780, 780, right? So this 780, 800 area, very important, right? Very important there on the NASDAQ. As long as we're above this, right? As long as we're above this, I still think the market could be a pullback long, right? As long as we're still above that 17,780 and potentially just right above this 20 SMA. So this is going to be big pretty much in about 15 minutes, right? Does the market find this 20 SMA as a strong demand? Does PCE move the market higher? Or does PCE sort of drop us below this 20? This is going to be important, I believe. And you have this previous major level here around this 17,780. I'm going to zoom in, and you guys can sort of see the reactions here a little bit more detailed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And I can keep going. Right, there's a lot more than this. Right, we can go there. We can go 9, right? 10, 11, right? There's a lot. Let's just put it at that. A lot of reactions right here. So this is going to be a major level, right? If we zoom in here, this is going to be a major level right in this 780, 800 area. And we have this 20 SMA sitting right here. So I think this is going to be, I would assume, an inflection point. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in this area between where we are now and down to that 780, somewhere in this zone, there is going to be a major reaction to either the upside or we're going to break and start to really drop. It's one of the two, right? It's one of the two, and I think it's going to happen and start to occur in this zone right in here. Because if we drop that 780, right, look at this. This could go straight down. And if we hold the 780 and we hold the daily 20, right, and we break somewhat of this downtrend that we've been looking at, right, if we break this downtrend that we've been looking at and get this, right, that could really be a catalyst to the upside. So definitely, I think an inflection point here today. This is why I sort of wanted to go all cash today, because I think there could be some nice opportunities and I wanted to have my buying power ready to go. I didn't want to have any positions overnight. I don't want to have any bias today. I want to really look at this and pay attention to what I see, right? So under 780, under the 20 SMA could get very weak. And then if we get over this little 930, 17,930, I'll go to the 15-minute chart. You can see if I go to the 15-minute and sort of zoom in here, you can see this week we've had reject or support at 17,930, and look at the rejection this morning. Right, you have all this support all in here, right? Very clear. I'm going to draw this nice and pretty for you. That's all support this week. Look at what it did this morning. Very clear rejection point right at that level. So that's very key, right? If we stay under this, this is going to be heavy. If we get above this, that's where maybe you could get that reclaim, that trend break, and start to see that upside. Okay? So 17,930, 20 SMA, 17,780. This is going to be major in here. All in here is the inflection point of that or that, right? And this is the area. So let's keep an eye on this zone today. This is big. QQQ, hourly chart. Hourly chart still possibly has a little bit of demand or a little bit of reason to drop here on the Qs, right? We don't really have any support where we're at. I think the real support is around this 432. I mean, there's obviously some support in this area, but I think the real level here is 432 and then this 20 SMA below. So if the market does fall today, right? Let's watch that 432. Let's watch that 20 SMA. And then let's watch this 430, of course. If I go out to the 4-hour chart, you will see why 430 is very important. And to be honest, right, which is a little bit strange, and this goes back to that discrepancy that we see, man. On I gotta look up why. Right, I need to fully understand this because I want to be able to answer this question. Like right here, you guys see this high? I think it's just because of the mix of stocks is slightly different. But you see this high right here, 17,780. If someone can answer for this for me, please let me know. I just haven't really taken the time to educate myself on this. But 17,780, right? You see right there. That's the high from back on January 24th, right? That's 17,780. And we are pretty damn close to that level, right? Now, if we go to the QQQ, the high from that day, which is January 24th, is down at 430, right? And 430 is still about 1% away from current price action, whereas on the Nasdaq, that is just about 0.5%. So there's a little discrepancy here, right? This is something you have to be monitoring when you are trading the market, because let's say the Nasdaq breaks that level, but the QQQ holds it. It could cause a reaction. So this has been causing you to have to watch both to understand both. I would not just be watching a singular one, right? It's the contract change. Okay. Either way, right? You got to watch both. Contract change, whatever the reason is. I've just been focused on making sure I know where both levels are. You have the QQQ and the futures. Both, I think, should be on watch. All right, you have this 20 SMA. This is around 431. And then really, it seems like the big level is 430, right? This really is the major level. So could we drip towards 430? I believe so, right? That would really be the major retest level to see, the 430. I really don't trust much of a level before this right here. That looks to be the right level. You also have, possibly it could be a little bit higher than 430 as we approach that daily 20. But that would really be the sort of base that I would like to see get tested to really feel confident that I could set up a new long. So let's see, right? That's really what I'm looking for today. ES, 4-hour chart. Actually, let's go hourly. Hourly on the ES. So right now, you are right at our 5,060, 5,065 level, right? You are literally at the exact level that we've been yelling and screaming about all week. So this is going to be major, right? We have previous highs here. We have previous highs right here, right? All in this 50-60, 50-65. And you can see this morning we had a pretty strong reaction off that 50-60. We tested it in the pre-market, right? You can see right here. Look at that 15-minute wick off that level. You're trying to just maintain right at this level. So this is going to be, I think, a pretty important move here on PCE. Do we hold this level, right? Do we hold that 50-60? Do we hold that 50-65? If we don't, you are going to, I believe, see a straight down move to 50-30. I don't think it's going to be very friendly in here, okay? I do not expect the ES to drop very friendly under 50-60. I would assume that you go vertically down to 50-30 and that 20 SMA. And that quite possibly could be, right, the demand that you want to see step up. QQQ typically not leveraged, meaning its price directly reflects the combined value of the underlying companies. Okay, I understand that. Good, thank you. Often used with leverage, allowing traders to control the larger notional value of the index with smaller initial value. The leverage magnifies both profits and... Okay. All right. 10 more minutes until my cheeks get clapped. Man. Clap them. All right, so 50-60, 50-65, you guys can see right there. That, I believe, is going to be a major level today. If it holds, I believe it could cause the downtrend break, right? This could be that downtrend break move, sort of that break. Let me do the free draw. Break and retest, right? It's possible. Or, right, or this is where you give up and you fall down to that 50-30. So either way, big watch here. And if you want to play upside, right? If you want to play upside, you must break 50-90. Okay? I would not trade upside unless you are over 50-90. Because if we break 50-90, I think there's plenty more upside to be had. I think a bounce off this low, guys, and a hold over 50-90 has a extremely high chance of creating new all-time highs. Okay, so that's in my mind, right? So if we hold here, we rip higher, hold above this 50-90 support, or 50-90 previous rejection, and we turn it into support right here, I believe that is a very high chance that we create new all-time highs if we make that move. So I'm not scared to miss out on, this area to get a confirmation above 50-90, right? So I'd rather wait, get a confirmation over 50-90 to long to new highs, than long here, right, and get faked out, right? That's what I would rather do. So 50-90, that's the clearing move in my opinion. I really wouldn't even be worried about these. I mean, you still have to be, but I think this move would really clear up a pretty strong flag breakout. So that's what I'm watching there. Let's go to SPY. SPY, you can clearly see how well that 507 level was yesterday, how strong it was. So if you paid attention to that 507 level, you crushed it yesterday. That was just sick, right? 507, 507, 507. Bam, 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 bam. So really nice there. 507, clear as can be supply. Very nice rejection points. Could short off that level all day. Hourly chart, you can see right here. I still think that SPY needs a little bit more downside, right? Right into that 503.50 area. Right into here. Right, you got 1, 2, 3. And that's where I think that SPY might need to come down to before you have any chance of buying to step up. That 503.50. So I'm going to be looking for that today. You're still in this pretty nice downtrend. You're still rejecting that 507. So I think you might need to come down to here before anything happens. If you break this high, right? If you break this high right here, and you start to turn this into a rejection point, this could be a pretty nice downside move, guys. Like really nice. I think that is a gap fill, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's the gap fill. So you guys see this right here? See this gap? That's called the abyss. You can see a gap right here on the SPY under 503.50. If I go to the 30-minute chart, right, you can see that is right here. This is the gap right here. If you break under this 503.50 and you start to reject, this is a really interesting short side move into that daily 20, right? So let's see, right? Let's see. That could be really nice if we can break that level, but we have to see if it breaks. We can't front run that idea. IWM, sort of getting stuck at this high up here, like this 205 area. You can see that sort of rejection spot stepping in. Once again, same sort of the high that's I wouldn't be longing the IWM into this area. Let me just put it at that. Right? I wouldn't be longing the IWM into a 4-hour potential triple top here. So I'll just say that for the IWM. I don't know. I don't really watch the IWM much. It's obviously being controlled by SMCI and MSTR. Right? Those are the biggest. Those are the big two in the small caps that have been moving. It's part of the Russell 2000. Both of those names. So it's been sort of driving that market, that Russell higher. If MSTR and MicroStrategy, if MicroStrategy and SMCI start to get weak, I think you're going to see the Russell drop. So be careful of that, right? It's been very correlated to that SMCI and that MicroStrategy move. So what you can do here, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. If you ever are interested what's in these indices, you can go to the public watch lists on TOS. You can go to the Russell 2000. Right here. And you can see MSTR, SMCI is part of it. We'll see if I recognize any more here. Not really. What else do I recognize? Do I recognize anything else? Is that DoorDash? No, that's not DoorDash. Door? That's Dash. I'm going through. I don't see a single one I recognize. And this is 2,000 stocks, so I'm not going to be looking through 2,000 stocks here, guys. But, Affirm. I saw. Oh, no, that's not Affirm. All right. Anyways, yeah, you can see very clearly, right? The big, look at these ones. MSTR, SMCI, Monster 2 for the semiconductors, or for the IWM. All right. Let's move on. Dow Jones, Mike Jones, Daniel Jones, Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs. Not for much longer, I don't think. But anyways, here's the Dow Jones. That's a little concerning there on the Dow. You see this little drop back under 38.9? That's a little bit concerning on the Dow Jones right there. So if you go here turn this red. Remember we talked about the 38.9, 38.9, 38.9, 38.9. Let's go ahead and drop into the 5-minute. Look at this. All right, look at what's sort of occurring right here. This little rejection at 38.9. So if we stay under 38.9 on the Dow, that probably at least moves back to that 20 SMA. All right, back to around that 38.750, 38.760. All right. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes. What we can do is we can all collectively press the like button. That's number one. We'll go ahead and run an ad because we're still not at 1,000 likes. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll take a second and wait for that data to get released. Looking at, yeah, this is interesting today. This SMCI, this little short is definitely something I'm looking at here this morning. This looks sort of interesting. I sort of like that retest of 815 here. Right here. Right here. If you reject 815 on SMCI, I really like that. This is going to be definitely something I watch. Same with ARM. If ARM stays under 135, I think this is a really interesting short as well. That's if the semis stay weak, if the market weakens today. But this 135 has been a bitch of a level for ARM. And if we stay under that, it could be interesting. All right. We'll get into that in a little bit. Let's go into the, what do we want to go into? We want to go Nasdaq? Or do we want to go ES? I think we want to go ES because this is a really big level here. Let's go ES. We got about a minute till PCE, which if we drop, I think it's going to go straight down to this 20 SMA intraday today, unless we get it in pre-market, which I hope we don't. I really hope we don't, because I would love to play this little gap fill downside. Let's see. Another ad, please. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We've got about 30 seconds until we get the PCE price index, which will most likely move this market a little bit. Unemployment. I would hope it moves the market, man. I need this market to move, right? I'm not loving this little slow grind lower. I need some movement here. So hopefully we get a nice inflection point today. Get some action to either direction. All right. And it's out. Move. Okay. Initial reaction looks to be like it's maintaining demand at the 50-60. And it seems slightly muted. It seems slightly muted. Okay, hold on. We're still moving a little bit here. All right. You're getting some upside. That 50-60 demand definitely still holding. If you can get over 50-90, I think that's very good. Okay. All right. So getting a little bit of upside there. Would like to see it over 50.90. Would like to see it over 507. Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq's over the 930. Would like to see that maintain. QQQ right at the 436. Man, would that really suck if this thing got stuck in this channel again today. Man, would that suck. SPY. Jobless claims, 215. Wait, is that just a jobless claims move? Jobless claims, 215 versus 209. The PCE is not on TOS yet, so I don't know if it's been released yet. I would assume so. It's just not here on SPY. Yeah, that Nvidia hold looks pretty good. All right, so this is potentially working here, right? You can see right here. This bull flag is potentially setting up if you can hold over 50.90 today. 50.90. Yeah, I mean, that SMCI short's not going to work now, of course. Market's going higher. So that was if the market was weak. This is a bull trap only if you reject 50.90. If you get over 50.90, I don't know so much about that. So it's all about watching the levels now. We've seen one level hold, right? We've seen this level hold, which is very nice. That's 50.60. Nice upside move off of it, off the data. But now you can see we're still getting a little bit stuck up here. All we did here, guys, remember, this move, while it is up, it is doing it's nothing more than the range of yesterday. So this is still nothing more than the range of yesterday. So is it that big of a move? Not really, to be quite honest. I think you still need this break of 50.90 before you can really start to look for upside. Okay? So 50.90, SPY 507, Nasdaq is above that 930. Nasdaq getting a little bit more strength, but you're still, right? You're still under these highs here at that 18,060. Be careful up there. And then that QQQ. I mean, I like 439, but it looks like it's sort of the 438. I'll reassess that later on. All right. So let's see. 50.90 on the ES. That's the big level. All right, let's go to Tesla. All right, so Tesla, you guys can see right here, it's still holding that 198, right? We're still holding that 198 on Tesla. This has been a nice break and retest. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? Previous highs into new lows. Very nice there. So Tesla maintaining above this 198, which is very important for more upside. As long as Tesla's above that, I think you could build this structure. The next level above is definitely this 208. So I'm not in love with longing it anymore, right? I think it's already too close to this supply. I would be interested in maybe catching along here, which is exactly what Tesla gave you yesterday, which I missed, right? Tesla gave you a dream pullback yesterday morning right into demand, right? It was perfect. Tesla dropped aggressively right into the demand lows and held like a dream and provided a huge long entry. So that was sick, right? You can't, if you miss something like that, man, you can't chase it at the supply highs. It's just something you cannot do. So if you missed sort of that pullback long, which was very clear right in front of our face, I missed it, but I missed it, but I can recognize that that is where you should be in, right? That's the most important part. I missed it, which I can admit, but you have to still recognize that that is where you needed to be entering long. You cannot be entering long at the triple top highs. Okay, so this is gone, and I'm not going to be longing it into 208, so this trade is completely gone here. There's no interest in longing in this zone. If we get over 208, then we could relook at this for a hold above that level, right? No, I have no interest in longing it on the top side of this channel, right? This area is not longs, right? There's no longs in here. This is not a long entry zone right here. This is called chasing into supply highs. You have to long here, Longs, longs, longs. You have to long here for trades into here. You cannot long here and get smacked. Okay? Just how you have to trade. No matter if you think there's something, I just, whether that's going to make you miss out on small opportunities, absolutely you'll miss out on opportunities, right? Thinking like that. But it will also save you, right, from getting some really bad entries. ES, yeah, 50-90. Move it along. Get out. Get out. I do what I want here. Nvidia. So, yeah, look at that flag, right? Look at that flag. That's interesting. If Nvidia can hold over this, I mean, there's still some supply above here on Nvidia, right? Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the 15. 795. 795. That's your next level. And then 803 again, right? We had that 803 level previously. So there's your levels on Nvidia. 795, 803. Those are your two upside supplies. I would want to get over those if you can. I'd want to see a move over those levels for upside. First, of course, would be a nice hold over 785. If we can get over 785, if we can hold above this, I think you could try to formulate a long entry off of it. 785. So look to see if we can hold above this level today, right? 785. If we can, then you might be able to catch a long off this into 795. If you get above 795, you're going to that 803. All right? Nice, nice, nice demand hold at 770 on Nvidia. Beautiful. AMD. AMD has been consolidating like a beast here, like coiling off this 20 SMA and off this 175 demand. So this is, I've never seen AMD do this. Look at AMD yesterday. It literally did not move. It just coiled all day. So really strong holds here at 175 and the daily 20, right? Very nice. Now, you do need to get over the 180.5, okay? You got to get over the 180.5. If you can get over it, I think you could look for that long towards 184. Preferably, you'd like to be long down here, though, okay? You'd like to be long down in this zone around 175. All right. Let's go to some more semiconductors. SMCI, that trade idea that I had, no longer valid. Market went up, not interested. You could look for this 840 level, right? If this market is if it does trap the longs at all today, you could sort of watch this 840 level. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. 840 was this previous, this was 1 hour high right around here, right? You can see some 840 reactions in this area. We had sort of generalized 840 rejections yesterday. Look at this right here. I'll go to the 30-minute. So 840, 840, 840, 840. Yesterday, 840. So I would say watch this 840 on SMCI right in here. If you can get over $840, then I think you're back in this channel and you could move higher. If you reject 840, it actually sort of is interesting, right, to see whether this is a little bit of a trap, right? So watch that 840 level on SMCI. I think that's your main watch of the day. ARM, 135 is major. If ARM does not hold over 135 today, you could get weak again, right? Look at how weak ARM is at this 135 level. You really need that strong hold. Even on this Monday push, right, you gave it all back instantly up at that 150. So watch this 135. That's going to be a big level to watch. 135 on ARM. Let's go to, I just want to show you Apple real quick. Apple, I don't know what's going on. I can't answer the question, but man, does this stock just suck, right? It just sucks. There's no life. It has been sucked out of this stock. So you are just holding at this 180. There is no life to hold this thing higher. Maybe eventually you get it, right? There's probably going to be a time and day where Apple just sort of starts to rip off this 180. But for now, this thing is very dead. Do not touch it. Do not try to trade it. That's at least what I thought. At least maybe this sort of push from Tuesday was going to ignite this to do something, but it literally gave it all back. So that just proves to me that I am not touching this piece of shit, to be quite honest. So you'll buy shares, invest in it. Of course, you invest in Apple. It's Apple. They have trillions of dollars of cash. Probably could buy fucking another country. Well, they can buy another country. But I'm not going to be trading it, right? This is just crazy. It's crazy. I don't know why it's acting this way. Someone probably does. I just don't know. So as simple as that, I'm just not going to trade it. So Google, yeah, Google's getting attacked by the lawsuits yesterday. Really aggressive downside yesterday off the 100 SMA, right? Really aggressive 100 SMA rejection right there, right? So really aggressive rejection there. I would just sort of watch that 100 SMA again, and that's 140, right? That's what I would watch. See if you can push higher and see if you can reject that 140 and that 100 SMA. That's what I would watch. If you get back above 140, maybe Google sort of has a return to fame move. But for now, I think Google's definitely one of the weakest tech names. I'd be careful up here at this 140 level. Amazon, yeah, trying to hold that 20 SMA a little bit. This could be something to watch, right? See this little daily 20? But for the most part, I really don't see many levels in here. You're sort of right in the middle of a channel, aren't you? You got like sort of this generalized high around like this 171. You can see a few highs in here, right? 171, 171, 171. It's okay. I wouldn't really be that confident in this level, but you can see you have some general highs up in this area that you're trying to hold above right here at 171, right? And then you have this daily 20 SMA. So Amazon, possibly some longs off this 171, but I would personally not want to touch it until it's over 175, right? I would rather just let this clear this level, hold above it, create a new leg higher, right? Create a new floor, right? You see how this was a floor? This could be a floor, right? But I'd rather just long above this floor. I'd rather do this. I'd rather see this, and then I'd rather long here. I'm not going to long into this rejection point. So I'd rather see 175 break and hold for longs there. Meta. Yeah, Meta. Tried the long Meta yesterday. It looked strong all day. Not all day, sorry. It looked weak in the morning, but sort of I liked the way it was holding midday, and I still liked how it was maintaining a really good longer-term picture structure, right? I like how Meta is structuring above 480 here. I actually think this looks very bullish on the longer term. So I was trying to give myself some time on Meta, but ultimately I just said, you know what? Let me just take this loss. So I did take my losses on Meta yesterday, but I still think that this is a pretty clear sort of structuring high or low here on Meta. So I think you just need a break and hold. I'm going to say it's like this 488.50 level, right? Right around this 488.50 level is where I'd like to see us hold above. It might be 490, but the problem with Meta is it's just not that clean. Yeah, I think it could be 490. I think if you want to play it safe, you say 490, right? Right here, right here. I would say 490 is the level that you want to see hold up, all right? 490 on Meta. If you can hold above that, I think you can get that push towards this 494. So let's watch that 490 today. Let's go to Coinbase. Coinbase still looking pretty good, man, right? Still holding above this high. You can see right here. Still holding above these highs. Nice hold, right? Break and retest. Still pretty solid, right? So I'm going to look to see, can I get a long down in this area? I'll look for this. Can I catch some new longs today down in this 193, 195 area? If so, maybe there's a nice long here. To the upside, though, I'm a little bit concerned about sort of this 210, 214 area, right? Right in here. 210, 215, all in here. You're just sort of getting a little bit heavy, right? All in here. So I'm just a tad bit cautious chasing this into these levels. I'd like to get a long, a new long if it looks good today, somewhere down in here. So 193s, 195s. Be careful up at this 210, 214. Looks a little heavy for now, so just be aware of that. Netflix. Wow. Holy shit. Nice. Netflix has just been a beast, man. I mean, look at how this thing's been grinding. It's just a sick grind, really, right? Sick grind. Really nice uptrending move. Stair-stepping to the upside, right? New lows, right? Look, this is just so clean. This is what you love to see, honestly. This is probably one of the cleanest trends to the upside I've seen on a singular stock. All right, look at this. Lows. You have this little low here. These lows right here turn into low again. You have this high. You have this high, turning a high again, turning into a low. All right, you have this high. You have some highs here. All right, you want to now see this sort of 600 level. I would say like 598, 600. I'd like to see that now turn into a new low, right? But a very clear stair-stepping move to the upside. Just really clean there, right? Really clean. So let's see if that continues. You can't chase Netflix here, man. You need a pullback, I would say, to 598, 600. Snow. So Snow, before you guys start going crazy and dip buying because you're waiting on Nancy Pelosi to buy it, please watch out for this 185 level on Snow, okay? 185 on Snow, I think, is a really big level. And if it gets stuck below it, I think it could stay weak. So just watch out for 185 on Snow, guys. You got 185, which is this previous major low. And you also, if you go to the 5-minute chart, you can see exactly how it's responding there. 185. And on top of that, it's the 100 SMA. Okay, so if you're going to look to dip buy Snow today, guys, I would want us over 185, and I would want us over the 100 SMA. That would be a requirement before you look for dip buys on Snow. All right. PANW. Oh, shit. It's over this 3. Okay. PANW over this 317. This could be a nice watch today. All right. If we can hold above this 317, this could be a nice watch. Let's keep an eye on that 317 on PANW. Over that, I like for potential longs, but you do need to be careful into that 50 SMA. Wow. Yeah, nice move. Nice move. Man, this is working. Look at this. Can't say we didn't talk about this one. I'm going to assume if this holds up, you're going to new highs, guys. That's a very, very clean bull flag on the ES. I mean, it doesn't really get much cleaner than that, guys. Look at that right there. We talked about this every single day this week. If you came to this live stream, I mean, I don't know if we could have called this move out much better, to be quite honest. And I don't mean to boast, but I mean, that was just textbook technical analysis. So whether you like that this happened or not, the matter of fact is that it did exactly what the technical analysis shows, right? And that right there is the problem with a lot of traders. Right there, what I just said, right? Whether you like that this happened or not, this is exactly what the technical analysis presented, right? Previous highs, consolidation, right above that demand, bull flag, and bam, right? So why, right? I'm not surprised at all to see that that's happening. Nasdaq as well, right down to the 20 SMA pullback, bam, right? I mean, it's nice, it's clean, and you have to accept it. And I think there could be some more opportunities today, so get ready for it, right? Get ready for it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you did, press that like button. I think that's about it for me. I'm going to get ready to start locking in. I need to lock in myself, get some setups going. So, yeah. Let's see what happens today. Really nice ES continuation there, man. Let's see, right? What you really want today is a pullback and a hold of 50.90. That's really what you want, more than anything. If you want a long today, you better pull back And you need to see if we can maintain above, right? That's the major level, right? Can we hold and maintain above the 50.90 today? 50.90, 50.88, all in there. That's going to be the major watch. That is a must hold now on the ES. And on the SPY, it is 507. You must hold above 507. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you did, press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to get some Options Insider merchandise, sweatshirts, T-shirts, check it out down below. If you want to come trade live with me, down below as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, go get your tickets for Dune, man. Dune tonight. Dune 2. I'm going to see it tonight. So, going to spoil the hell out of it on the live stream tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I won't spoil it for you, but I'm going to go see Dune tonight. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.